What really bothers me on the DBQs and VHA is we have the VHA Directive 1134, which I know people are going to comment saying, hey, that's a directive. They're supposed to do it. Got it. It means absolutely dog water if the VHA is not doing it. So you can say VHA Directive 1134 all you want. It doesn't mean anything. You might as well be speaking Cantonese to your provider because it doesn't matter. But not only that, the VA secretary, so Mr. McDonough, okay, Secretary McDonough was asked a very good question by a veteran, and the question paraphrase was, hey, if the VHA is my only healthcare provider and that provider is not completing DBQs, what am I to do? Which is a great, I watched this live. When I saw that question answered, I paused the video and I was doing a stream. I was like, I am so interested to see how the secretary is going to answer this. And what did he say? He said, paraphrase again, he was like, it grinds my gears every time I hear that, they're supposed to do it. That's it. And I was like, dude, you're the secretary. What do you mean?
And since the implementation of the PACT Act, we've served over...
More veterans are getting more benefits than ever before, right? Which is all good, but once he gave that answer, it was a clear indicator to me. And I don't want to make this into a bashing VA episode, which is totally going to turn into. But it's like, dude, you're the secretary. That was a valid question that someone just asked you, and it was a very scapegoat type answer. And that was about 3 months ago, maybe 2-3 months ago. And where are we at right now? Absolutely nothing.
We're not going to see anything. We're not going to see anything, Clay. And the reason why is because he's out the door. He's already got 1 foot out the door. He's already made it public that he's not going to stay beyond the current administration. So no matter who wins, he's out. And so he's just riding out his time. He's not going to try to fix anything. He is just going to be status quo. And I don't even see him doing much with regard to the $3 billion mandated reporting type stuff. And working cooperatively with the OIG regarding their budget shortfall. I think it's just going to be crickets and delays and, I'm out. Save it for the next guy or gal.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if there's any behind the scenes, you would generally have some type of turnover. And so you have all these under execs like SESs. There are so many SESs, and SESs are your above GS-15 level for anyone who does not know. And then each VA facility, and I like how you brought up too, their VA facilities are very autonomous, kind of like regional offices, right? They just kind of do what they want. They interpret VA policy. They don't follow VA policy, which sounds crazy. But that's why VHA Directive 1134 means nothing. Because if that facility says, hey, we don't do DBQs, that's it, right? Because at that point, you might work for the VA, you might be a physician, but you're still a federal employee, and federal employees do what they're told because that's how we get paid, right? I know this because I'm a federal employee myself, not for the VA, for another agency. But yeah, man, the whole DBQ situation is an ingredient for a large disaster of what we have now, where veterans feel the need. I must go to this company to consult with my claim and get a private Nexus Letter, get a private DBQ, because VA is just not doing what they're supposed to do. And as much as I disagree with companies, that's a valid argument. Like, veterans do feel that. And, I trash talk companies all the time. It's one of my favorite things to do. Sunday evening, no better life than trashing these companies. But that doesn't invalidate the argument of why they exist in the first place. And I think the VA really needs to take a look at that.
And we talked about that before, Clay, about how this is the direct result of underfunding the veteran service officers and other people that can help with free claims assistance, and the inability or not even inability, the non-compliance of the VHA providing DBQs. What we have today is because of those two things. Those companies emerged, right? All the DBQ companies out there, veterans who are spending their last nickels going to places trying to get a DBQ, Because
Hmm.
and look, if there wasn't so much weight and focus put on, hey, a DBQ really helps outline everything, so you could streamline things. Um, maybe it would be a little bit different. Let's talk about this for a second, Clay.
Yeah.
If somebody was unable, right, to get a DBQ from the VHA, and they have two nickels, man. They're not. You don't want them. They can't go spend X anywhere.